Extra English practice. Hi everyone. Today we want to talk about how to keep a conversation going.
So once you start a conversation with someone, maybe someone you know or someone you've just met, either way, how do you keep that conversation moving? So how do you ask the right questions or say the right things so that they want to keep talking to you?
We're going to start with a little example of a conversation, okay? Hey Misha,
Hi.
did you have a nice weekend?
Yeah.
Did you stay in town?
Yep.
Oh, did you go out?
No.
Did you stay home?
Yeah.
Oh, was it fun?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Great.
That was a pretty boring conversation.
So all the questions I asked were what we call yes or no questions. They start with do or does or did or are or is, an auxiliary verb, and the answer is yes or no. And so if I ask a question like that, I get a yes or no answer, and it's not a very interesting conversation.
So if you want to encourage more of a response or you want to have a more in-depth conversation, you have to ask WH questions. So, for example, using words like who or what or where or when or why or how much, how long, things like this. This means the person has to give you an actual full response, right? They can't just say one word most of the time.
They can, but they probably will
Yeah,
give you more than that.
exactly.
So just as a quick review, how to form a question, an information question or WH question, we start with the question word, who, what, where, when, why, how. Did I miss one?
I don't know.
And then the auxiliary verb, do, did, does, are, is, has, auxiliary verb, and then the subject, and then the verb, and whatever you need after that, some kind of object often. For example, where do you live? Who is your brother? Why are you sad?
Okay, so I'm going to give Larissa some yes or no questions, and she's going to turn them into questions with a question word, so WH questions, just so we can have some practice of coming up with better questions. Number 1, did you have a nice weekend?
Did you have a nice weekend? So the answer is yes or no. Instead, I could say, how was your weekend?
Then they have to give a more involved response. Another example, are you from here?
Are you from here? Yes or no?
Boring.
Instead, where are you from? Then they'll give the name of a city or a country, and you can ask a question about that.
Yeah. Another one, are you feeling okay?
Am I feeling okay? Yes or no? Right?
Boring.
Instead, we can say, how are you feeling? Oh, well, I'm not, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like this.
Yeah.
Exactly. More encourages them to give more of a response. So, should we try our conversation again? And this time, better questions?
Better questions. Let's try it again. Hey, Misha, how was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was awesome.
Really? What did you do?
I hung out with my family at my house. They all came over and we had dinner together and hung out for the day.
That sounds great. How big is your family?
I have one brother and he's married and they have 2 kids
Oh.
and my parents.
Oh, nice. Why did you get together? Was there a special celebration?
Yeah, it was Father's Day this weekend, so yeah, a little
Oh.
family time.
So what did you eat?
Oh, I made a curry and rice.
Oh, yum. Does your family like curry?
Yeah, they do. My family just loves food, so they're happy for anything.
Oh, great. So that conversation was much better.
Much.
And if you notice at the end, I did ask a yes and no question. Does your family like curry? And in that case, it's not like you can't use any yes and no questions. We were already having a good conversation. It was flowing back and forth. So to add a yes no question isn't going to stop the conversation.
That's right.
But when you start with yes and no, it's sometimes hard to get the conversation to keep, like to pick up.
Exactly.
And
if
so-
you only use those ones, it won't go anywhere.
Yeah. So we recommend WH questions and then throw in a yes no if you want some here and there.
Just to mix it up. Okay, so remember that when you're having conversations with English speakers you meet, try to throw in some of those WH or question word questions.
Yeah. And have fun having
Fun.
conversations.
Yep. Bye.
Extra English practice.
That was a pretty boring conversation.